For the past year and a half, the Home Office has been locking up EU citizens en masse, indefinitely and without charge. If this attack on civil liberties has escaped your attention, it's probably because the people affected are homeless. Since the Brexit vote, the pro-Remain media has been full of trepidation about how life will change once Britain leaves the EU in 2019, and the impact on EU residents living in the UK. But the nightmare scenario, Brexit as a bonfire of social and legal protections, has already been a reality for many EU migrants in the UK. Since May 2016, immigration enforcement teams have been targeting migrants who sleep rough using intelligence provided by local councils, the police, and, most shockingly, some homelessness charities, including St Mungo's and Thames Reach. That has had a real impact on some homeless people. One Polish man caught up in a raid in North London told us how he felt that some homeless charities were not to be trusted. They pretend to help people, he said, but actually they gather information for the Home Office. Rough sleepers from the EU have had their documents confiscated and told they have 28 days to go home. Others have been held in detention centres pending administrative removal. Britain is the only country in the EU that allows indefinite immigration detention, so some homeless people have been incarcerated for months while they try to prove their right of residence. The High Court's ruling on the 14th of December that the Home Office's policy of detaining and deporting rough sleepers from the European Economic Area is unlawful is the culmination of a year of campaigning by the Public Interest Law Unit at Lambeth Law Centre and the organisation I work with, North East London Migrant Action. It feels like a depressing sign of the times that it took a court order to put a stop to such an obviously callous policy. Anyone who thinks sleeping rough is a choice should spend a month at the sharp end of the UK labour market. The Home Office said the policy targeted migrants who came to the UK with the intention of sleeping rough and were thus abusing their right to free movement. This version of events has been rejected by the European Commission and the Charity Crisis. Most of the homeless Europeans we support have lived in Britain for years. Some have British children. They are often skilled workers who have fallen on hard times. Anyone who thinks sleeping rough is a choice should spend a month at the sharp end of the UK labour market. 0 hours contracts, rising rents and radical welfare cuts have not just created a new class of working poor, they have created a class of working people who become homeless. One man was detained while camping in a tent, despite showing the Home Office proof of employment. On 0 hours contracts, he and his partner simply couldn't earn enough to rent a flat. Homelessness charities that share information with the Home Office claim they are acting in the best interests of rough sleepers by helping them return home. The testimonies we've gathered from EU rough sleepers speak against such careless paternalism.